So a quick video on these types of fences that you can get from Amazon. I think I paid for each, you get a group of 4 panels. I believe I paid 116 for a set of 4. For my front yard, it's 1, 2, 3. I was able to get it done with 4 of them, 4 different sets. Um, with these particular panels, you see videos of people using them in their garden. This is used mainly for our dog to keep it in from the going out in the street. And so what I did was a couple of different things. First off, you need some Rust-Oleum, because these panels, which I'll give the link, will come in, they're wrapped good, but for some reason you'll see areas where it has actually been chipped or flaked off. I can't find a spot now, but I basically sprayed Rust-Oleum on them so that there's no problem. You're gonna hear a silly dog. Stay up there, please. So the other thing that I did was not only the Rust-Oleum, but I put down these curved 1-foot rebar. They look like canes, and I put one down here, and you can see right here where I spray painted, or not spray painted, but put Rust-Oleum down, because essentially when you drive these down, it's going to scrape the paint. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. I got to spray that so that it doesn't start to rust. But overall, not too bad. It's not too bad. The fence itself is cool. It is a pain to put these pegs in. What I have noticed is, before you put the pegs in, basically push the fence down into the ground to mark where it's going to go. Then put the pegs in, use a rubber mallet. It goes a whole lot faster than a piece of wood. I noticed when I was using wood on the first couple of sections, it put a hole in the wood and it would just take a lot longer, and it was just more work. So then put those stakes down, drive them in most of the way, and then zip tie these panels together as one group. I gotta go through, my wife cut these, and I don't like that. I'm gonna cut them to right about here. But you want to zip tie these, and before you put them in, we zip tied 4 at a time, and I lifted the entire fence up, and then she guided them into the hooks, or into the little pegs, and then I drove them down even more, and then later went through and put down the rebar, just to basically give it a lot more stability into the ground, because those little pegs are not long enough. This is not a strong enough fence to keep much out, other than a small dog, or to keep dogs from getting into your yard or something like that. So I went through and did that, put 2 rebar down per section, right? Now this company doesn't make any more gates, so what I did is actually get an arbor, which I will put all this in the you can see right there. This arbor does come with a gate. It's not that expensive. I'm very frugal. I don't like to spend money, but so this is not that expensive. It's not that great either. As you can see, I stepped on it to try to push it into the ground, and it bent that. These are very lightweight tube deals. A lot of rust when it rains here in Tacoma. Just a little sprinkle, and I saw this actually rusting up inside of these little areas here. So what I did was Rust-Oleum again, sprayed the trouble spots. These doors are easy to come off, so we zip tied it there, and so that keeps them from coming up. And then you have a gate, because otherwise you're not going to have a gate. This also adds a little bit of charm to it when you take a look at it. So basically, this is what I did to encase the entire area. I'm going to have 2 of those arbor things. One's coming. I didn't plan for it appropriately, so I got one in, the other one's coming out. A little note, this panel here, these are 2 that I got before. These are different than those. They look the same, but they're a different manufacturer, and there's slight differences that I can tell that you can't tell from here. They're designed the same, but the paint is different. This paint does not chip, flake, or nothing. You can't find them in 2-packs anymore. This one here, the only places I had to spray paint or put Rust-Oleum on is where I put these down, and even then it didn't really scratch them. So The quality of these are a lot better, and when I got these, they were only 65 for 2, I believe, or something like that. You can't find them in 2 anymore, because right now all I need is 2. But these, I've never had any, and I've had these for the longest. I've had these for a few months and they were out back. I've never had an issue with rust with these at all. They look exactly identical to the others, but a different manufacturer, and I can't even find the manufacturer for these original ones that I had, because I really just need 2, but I'm gonna have to end up buying 4. But anyhow, that's pretty much it. Wanted to do a video on this because you can't really find a solution. Another thing is too, with this gate, it has a pretty good, about 6 inches of clearance there off the ground. That's good when you have a step situation, which I'll show you our steps where we're going to put the other one. If you have a small dog like we do, it's going to go under there. The easy solution that we're going to do is put a plant box there, and that will block that every now and again so that the dog won't go through there. You're going to hear a crazy loud dog. Right here we have steps, and so this is an example of where that would work. If you were going to put it down there, you still have enough clearance to open the gate, but we're not going to put it there. We're going to put it up here, span the gap, and zip tie. Zip tie is key. Not only do we zip tie the actual fence here and all these other sections, we zip tie it at the top and at the bottom, but we also zip tied it to the actual arbor as well. So it made perfect sense to do that. We did it over here also. Just zip tie it in 3 sections, and that gives the fence more stability. These aren't going to be super strong anyway, but it gives it more stability, and it keeps this guy in the ground better. This arbor also has these little long pegs, which you can see better right here. These are like stabilization bars. I pegged them into the ground a little bit, only to keep it from getting caught up in the mower or weed eater or whatever. But they help with stability and also help with driving it further into the ground. So that's been my solution as far as this goes. Like I say, here's an example of rust that's forming that I missed. And the other part is right here, you get a lot of rust. Again, these are not designed to last forever. It is a temporary fix, actually. And I think these panels will last for a bit. This guy, I'm not really sure, but again, I think I only paid $130 for it. So $130 for this arbor, it's pretty decorative, is not bad overall. It's not really bad. And you can grow a lot of different little vines and things like that. So you pay for what you get. You know what I mean? I could have spent double the money or triple the money and got something that was a lot stronger, a lot heavier, and that type of thing. And I may end up doing that, but for right now, it works. When we go out, the dog rushes out. When we come in, the dog rushes out. So this is designed to keep it from running out into the road. As you can hear, there's cars right there. I mean, the road is right there. So this is designed to do that. And instead of spending $3,000, which is what it would be to fence this in, this, I believe, tops was $700 maybe. And so that goes all the way over. So literally from over there all the way, and I still have 2 I need to put right there to connect it, but literally going all the way over. $700, including the arbors, the fence, and everything. 2 arbors, or trellises, whatever you want to call them, because this one's coming, and then the other 2 panels or 4 panels are coming. $700 for all of that is not that bad. So anyhow, that's what we're doing. It's going to keep stray dogs out of the yard. Sometimes people walk their dogs, and I've had dogs come all the way up from the sidewalk all the way up to here and use the bathroom. So this is to keep that type of stuff from happening also. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you join the Discord down in the description box below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Until next time, I will see you. Take care.